Okay, so this video is going to be real short and it deals with the tail sections, 6 of them, each of them the length of one of your art tables, okay? So use the length of the table from end to end as your measurement. And I think instead of using tape to stick the tails on, let's just go ahead and use some glue. So I'm going to put a line of glue there. Another little bit of glue there since my earlier line dried out. So I've already cut my tail sections. They can be any colors you want, but you do have to have 6 of them. I've cut them with scissors so that I have nice flat edge there perpendicular to the edge as I cut. I'll put this one here, opposite side of the first. Remember, you want to balance out the amount of tail right and left. The idea is to keep the kite balanced, and not only does that refer to the number on each side, but also the amount on each side. Okay, so each one is the same length, so hopefully the same amount. I decided to put a green one next to the red one with a pink one, so let that one lie out there.
In your Apple Music library. You can ask
Oh
me to play a
goodness,
radio
Siri
station
thinks I'm
or
talking
ask for
to
your
it.
music on a different app.
Okay, here comes this one. Balancing out there. Application either side. Okay, you see how they're balanced. I have 2 white ones, that makes a total of 6. Looks like I could put the white ones right here in the middle, or maybe I'll put a white one there and a white one there, just above my first pink ones. You can do that, you can overlap. So here comes a white one over here on the top as you see it, or maybe that's going to be the bottom, I don't know. Top as you see it, yeah. And then here comes the final one down here. Again, keeping everything balanced. The tails add an element of color, they add an element of movement, but more importantly, they add drag to your kite. As it flies, the drag holds the kite steady, points it upwards, keeps it from flopping around too much. Now I'm going to flip the kite over now that those 6 tail sections are on there. I noticed something right here, that this part of the bridle that should have stayed glued together did not glue together, it came apart. So I could get in there with Elmer's glue. I'm not sure I can easily get in there with glue stick given how it's done. I can try glue stick here and here on this side to see if I can do it, or regular glue, or even tape. But we got to get that sealed down. That's real important. That can't be blowing open. And then go ahead and press that back down again. Make sure that does not open up right there. Hopefully yours does not. That's glued tightly now. And then the hole for the string. The string you'll only use while you're flying the kite, and then when you're done you'll cut it off, okay? I'm going to make what's called a square knot. Put that through there. One loose end of the string goes through the hole, and then loose end of the string goes over and under, okay? Over, see how it's going over again? Let's get this lined out so you can see it. Over and under again, and as I go over, under, and pull this, it's going to be hard to see, but it forms a little tiny square knot there. It's like a square. I know that's too small. Pull that tightly, and it should not slip. That's the nice part about a square knot. Remember, over, under. Pull it tight, and then the square knot won't slip. It's a very secure knot. So I can fly my kite, and then when I'm done flying, you got to fly for at least 10 minutes. You can fly for as long as 30 if you want, maybe longer. When you're done, just cut this off, and we have the string then for somebody else to use later on. As far as storing the kites like this, you can store them, but only if you take these tail sections, you iron them out, you flatten them out like this, okay, kind of like they were originally. Gently gather them up, one on top of the other. This is not too hard, okay? See how I gather them up? Pull them up, lay them down flat, keep them flat. Gather these up if you can. Pull these up. Do this while they're flat at the table, like that. This is how we're going to store your kites. And we'll just stack one kite on top of the other, just like this, with the tail gathered together, so the tails aren't getting torn or stepped on or ripped. And then later on we'll be able to take them one by one and fly them with our string attached, okay? Now you try.